Hello Commanders and welcome to a new episode of the Austrian Empire series. Today we are going to continue our invasions through Romania and Norway, and also I know guys that you are waiting eagerly for the big battle. You are waiting for the real action, what is going to happen in the upcoming days in this game. Well, you know me guys. I always like to be the first one to move. I always like to be the first one to surprise my enemies. This is why today I am going to start moving my ships. I am going to start mobilizing and positioning my elite battle group in the chosen destination. But if you want to see what kind of destination I am going to send my elite battle group to, you have to keep watching this episode till the end. Also, we are going to follow the war between China and United States of America as new updates that are going to happen today. Here I am trying to finish off the Norwegian lands. These are a lot of forests and mountains. It's going to take me ages and ages to finish off these provinces. You know, a lot of mountains here, forests, mountains, and in the north there are snow and ice, so it's going to take me a while until I finish off this nation. But no problem. The good thing, I have a lot of national guards. They are going to be responsible for this task to conquer all of those lands under the reign and under the rule of the Austrian Empire. This is the Luftwaffe, the Austrian strike wing. They are patrolling over several spots and making sure that my destination is going to be empty and all of the enemies that are going to be eliminated. This is my 19th task force. Well, you see that I am sending it to the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, I know, that is my destination that I am going to follow. I need to move my navy to the side of Cuba. I want to move them near Cuba. Well, I did not choose yet to attack Cuba, but I'd like to move my ships to the Atlantic Ocean. Why? If the American team, they are going to choose to attack me or move against me, my navy is going to be in position and very close to their homeland cities, and they cannot navally blockade me inside the Mediterranean Sea. This is very important, boys, because here my coastal cities and my naval bases, they are in the center of the Mediterranean Sea, yes? So if someone has a huge navy and he wants to kill me and he wants to perform a naval blockade on me, where he is going to station himself? In the Gibraltar Strait, exactly. There is a message here. It is Syria, can I have the rest of Denmark? Well, I don't know. The rest of Denmark is going to be mine. I'm sorry, boy. So I continue the discussion. So this is why I'd like to position my navies outside of the Mediterranean Sea, so when the Americans, they are going to prepare themselves for an invasion, they cannot contain my navies, because my navies, they are already near their coasts, they are already near their shores, and I will hit hard, because now I'm 100% confident with my 2 stars admiral, with my level 4 cruisers, that I will be invincible in naval warfare, especially with my set of skills, that I will be unbeatable. No one can beat me in a naval battle when I have a very strong and decent navy with the hit and run technique. This is Romanian navy bombarding me in the city of near the port of Odessa there. This is the second task force. Also, I'd like to send it to the Atlantic Ocean. Dnipro has been attacked by Romanian navy, and also he is airstriking me with his heavy bombers. He is operating from Syrian capital Araka, from his airbase there. Well, looks like Romania doesn't want to die easy here. He's going to resist a little bit. I will send my strike wing to intercept that heavy bomber, of course. I just hope his navies, they are not frigates, because frigates, they are going to be a huge problem for my strike fighters. I need to be attentive here, and I need to be careful, because if I fly my strike wing above his frigates, it's going to be a huge problem for me. I don't want to damage them. Bomber squadron has engaged my 39th Recon Division. Well, one bomber is not enough to kill my infantries there. My defensive abilities versus aircraft is going to overwhelm that heavy bomber. I am close to the city of Rovaniemi. Looks like it is empty. Let's see. Okay, Brazil is still the first one. We are a few victory points between us. We are the first ones. Also, China here is expanding through India, but United States of America is landing in India. This is weird. Why United States of America does not land directly in the Chinese lands? He is still intact, by the way. Looks like China cannot manage to reach the homeland cities of America. But yeah, he reached the Pacific coast, because I see Portland and San Francisco, both of them have been damaged. So that is Chinese doing there, I hope. I have a good set of mobile SAM launchers now. I'm going to position them in my capital, Vienna. Of course, as a precaution against any kind of missiles. Also, we are going to have the theater defense systems soon. After that, I will start spamming the multiple rocket launchers. Okay, my navies, they are sailing across the Atlantic Ocean. I will position them so close to the Cuban coastal cities and also the American coast, near the Miami coast there. Because his city of New Orleans is very important, as it has a level 4 naval base. I'm spamming National Guards, which is, I consider that unit very important for me to take as much lands as possible, and they are very cheap to make. They do not consume a lot of resources. I will now start the research of the mobile radar, because you cannot develop multiple rocket launchers and any kind of artillery without radar vision. So my choice here is not going to be AWACS, it's going to be mobile radar. A message from China. I joined it. By the way, USA wanted me to join them. So I told him I would help him take you out later. In reality, I am just gonna be building up and preparing to hit hard when he doesn't expect it. Should be fun. This is so funny. The thing that I am doing to United States of America and doing for everyone in this game, China is doing it like me. Looks like I'm not the only one who is preparing some schemes and maneuvers and diplomacies here. I like China, I like China. I like how he is playing and maneuvering between everyone here. This is funny. Actually, when I see people that are focusing a lot on diplomacy and actively speaking and discussing and making schemes and plots, I like this, because this is the core of Conflict of Nations World War III. This is the core of the game. Is when to make friendships, is when to make enemies, is when to negotiate peace terms, is when to prepare a strategy to kill someone, is when to wolf back on someone. This is the good side of Conflict of Nations, because I know now that there are a lot of players, they just play the game. They just throw their armies to their enemies, they just play aggressively without the charm of the strategy game, because every strategy game has a charm, and its charm is the preparations for an invasion, is the calculations and the mathematics, and also the most important thing for me is the discussions and the diplomacy. This is quite very important. Okay, now I have 3 devastative task forces composed of level 4 cruisers and led, of course, by the 2 stars Admiral, the Sin of Wrath. These 3 stacks, they should be enough for me to take any kind of enemy there. But yeah, I do not have frigates, so my cruisers, they are going to be vulnerable against cruise missiles. Yeah, I know that. But the good thing that my naval officer, he has decent abilities versus missiles. This is why he will defend me. Look at this, look at this. I'm 1008 victory points. Brazil is 1005 victory points. Look at that challenge there. This is a race for the solo win. Amazing game, so amazing game. We are at the end of today's episode, boys. We meet in the next one. See you guys, and bye bye.